Who's got the control?
Alright, so I'm pretty sure everyone's heard that song. That was secret. Alright. Yeah, so that's house music. I don't know, some people, house music, you hear a lot about it, and they're not too sure what it is, but that's what house music is. It's a steady beat and, like catchy melodies and stuff. So EDM, electronic dance music, is definitely taking over the music scene, I think, in America, especially compared to a few years back. I've been listening to EDM since 2007, so it's longer than most, and I've been DJing it for about a year, so I like it. So I'm sure everyone's noticed too that from like how we used to play hip hop a lot, and that used to be like our main genre on the radio. We've also made like a transition now too. So this is MTV's top 10 from last year, and all the ones I bolded are pretty much dance tracks. Like there's no question about it that they're dance tracks, and actually produced by DJs or DJs and producers. So, except Look at Me Now, but it was produced by like guys who make house. I don't know how they went to hip hop. So today I'll explain how EDM, how EDM became so popular in America, what happened to the scene after it became popular, how a new market was created, and talk about some of the artists and who have dance songs and how EDM is kind of like everywhere now. So the first one is house music wasn't really played too much on the radio for this guy right here, David Guetta. He came out with his One More Love CD, and it had first he produced I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas, and then he came out with his One More Love CD, which had Rihanna, Chris Willis, Kid Cudi, all those Memories, Sexy Chick, like all those songs, like all played on the radio. No one got that kind of playtime before David Guetta. So, I mean, in my opinion, I think he's one of the ones who like made that huge push to get it to where it is today. So his One Love album created like a larger fan base for EDM, which also made it more acceptable to more people across the board. And so once it became more acceptable, it went out of the underground and more of into like a mainstream business environment. Like before, to listen to like this kind of stuff, you had to go to kind of like shady venues and stuff like that, except for like those few events a year. But after it became acceptable, like more people could go to like these bigger events. So yeah, so this is Coachella 2006, and I'm also too, what I'm showing you guys today is I'm kind of trying to keep it like in California in comparison to just going like national, even though, because we kind of like led the way for the whole entire nation as far as growing dance. But yeah, this is Coachella 2006, and this is Daft Punk, and when they did this, there was no one really like, there was never a dance act of that size in America. So they were like one of the ones too who kind of brought it into that sphere of being for everyone. Okay, so and if you think back like on in Las Vegas, I don't know if you guys have been to Vegas. Like a few years ago, it used to be all hip hop everywhere. Now, if you go there, I'm sure everyone knows. Just every single club is dance, house, just boom, 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 all night. Yeah, so in 2009, for an event called EDC, there was 30,000 people each day. But in 2012, there was over 100,000 people each day. So that's only 3 years, and it grew like exponentially. So yeah, so with all this acceptability and this large fan base now, there's also a lot of money to be made off of dance, and that's kind of like now where like business has followed in and become a lot more of a business. So this is EDC 2010. And yeah, I'm sorry, I accidentally messed up. I was supposed to show you that one last. Alright, so this is EDC 2012. There's 300,000 people there, so it's over 3 days. And each ticket was $250. So just roundabouts, that's how much they made in one weekend, not to include all the money that was brought to the Las Vegas economy there. Yeah, so you know, there's a huge demand with consumers, and these DJs make like upwards like hundreds of thousands of dollars just for doing a 1 hour set. So. Yeah, and then clubs, like sometimes you can expect to spend like $35 just for one night, or like about $300 sometimes in Miami and stuff, from LA on New Year's just to go for one night and clubbing and stuff like that. So you know, with all these consumers and money and stuff, now DJs are pretty much becoming like rock stars. I know a lot of you guys know Skrillex, possibly, right here. He won 3 Grammys. That's pretty impressive for something that was unheard of just a few years ago. Yeah, he makes over $100,000 for all of his gigs. So, and he works pretty much like half the year partying, making $100,000 doing it. And per Forbes.com, he's estimated to be worth $15 million. So this is Coachella 2012 now. That's Rihanna and Calvin Harris, and he produced her song "We Found Love." A lot of people don't know that, but he actually like made that song for her. He doesn't get a lot of credit for it, but yeah, that was pretty much one of her biggest songs. I would say recent. And then we have other artists. So we have other artists who are also crossing over and hiring DJs, I'd say, producers, to make their music for them. And some of those guys are like Chris Brown, and Chris Brown with Look at Me Now. It's Afrojack, and Diplo made that song. Again, and like that Flow Rider song, I Got a Good Feeling, like pretty much ripped off the whole entire. It's called Avicii. It's Avicii. I Got a Good Feeling.
Levels.
Or Levels, there you go, Levels. He pretty much ripped off the whole song, so. Yes. So with all this acceptance, Dance Now is pretty much taking the main stage. You know, there's a lot of people who are included in it. As far as everyone I talked about today, like Calvin Harris, Afrojack, who produced the music, got it to where it is. David Guetta, they got it over that, like, you know, like it's techno or whatever step, and played on the radio and accepted by everyone. Everyone, you know, is really enjoying it now, like really listening to it, going to events. Spending a lot of money on these events. You know, DJs now become rock stars, and yeah, dance is awesome, and I wanted to stay.
Continue.